If you're running Battlefield 6 on a gaming laptop with an RTX 4060, you want the best balance between gorgeous visuals and buttery smooth performance. I've tested and tuned these settings specifically for laptop hardware so you can dominate the battlefield without frame drops. Let's break it down setting by setting. Section 1. Main graphics settings, graphics quality. We're going with custom because the default presets waste performance on things you won't notice mid-game. Instead, we tweak each setting for maximum FPS while keeping visuals sharp. Texture quality. High textures give you crisp details on weapons, characters, and environments without eating too much RAM. Ultra looks slightly better, but it costs extra performance, not worth it on a laptop. Texture filtering. This sharpens surfaces at an angle so distant objects don't look blurry. It has minimal performance cost, so Ultra is basically free eye candy. Mesh quality. Mesh quality controls detail on distant geometry. On low, you barely notice the downgrade in fast-paced gameplay, but it frees up GPU power for smoother frames. Terrain quality. Terrain details like ground bumps don't help you win fights. Low keeps maps looking decent but improves FPS in large outdoor areas. Undergrowth quality. This affects grass and small plants. Lowering it reduces visual clutter so enemies are easier to spot. Competitive advantage. Effects quality. Lowering explosions, smoke and fire effects improves clarity in fights and reduces GPU load when things get chaotic. Volumetric quality. We keep volumetrics at high because it gives realistic lighting and atmosphere without tanking performance too badly. Going low here makes environments feel flat. Lighting quality. Lighting affects how shadows and brightness transition across objects. High keeps realism without overloading the GPU. Local light and shadow quality. Shadows from nearby lights look nice but are expensive to render. Low gives you more frames and less distraction. Sun shadow quality. Low, same idea here. Sun shadows look softer, but it's worth the FPS boost. Shadow filtering. PCF gives decent shadow smoothness at a reasonable cost. Higher settings barely improve visuals but hit performance. Click excision quality. Medium reflections keep water and shiny surfaces looking believable while staying performance friendly. Screen space reflections. SSR is expensive and can cause shimmering. Turning it off boosts FPS and reduces distraction in motion. Post-process quality. This controls visual effects like bloom and motion blur. Low keeps gameplay clear and reduces input latency. Screen space, AO and GI. GTAO, ambient occlusion adds depth to shadows, but we keep it at GTAO low for a balance between realism and performance. High fidelity objects amount. This controls detail on objects at distance. Low helps maintain higher frames in large open maps. Performance and smoothness settings. Fixed resolution scale 100%. We're running native resolution for the sharpest image. Lowering it boosts FPS but makes the game blurrier. Not worth it on a crisp laptop display. Frame rate limiter. Even if your display can't hit 240, setting a high limit reduces input delay and makes gameplay smoother during frame spikes. Nvidia Reflex, low latency, set to enable plus boost. This is a must for competitive play. It reduces input lag so your shots register faster. Upscaling technique. DLSS lets you run higher visuals without losing performance by using AI upscaling. Quality mode is the sweet spot between sharpness and speed. AMD FSR frame generation off. We're sticking with DLSS since it's optimized for Nvidia cards, so turn it off. Future frame rendering. Disabling this reduces input latency, perfect for fast-paced gunfights. And that's the perfect Battlefield 6 setup for maximum clarity, high FPS, and low latency. If you try these settings, let me know your FPS in the comments. Now get out there and own the battlefield. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.